here's Brody Brazil.
Quick video to let you know that I have officially joined Threads. And by the way, is that simply what we're calling it? Not Instagram Threads, not Meta Threads, definitely not Facebook Threads. But how crazy, right? Twitter made its whole thing on literally tweets turned into threads. And now Threads is stealing the name and copying a lot of what Twitter was doing with a text-based social media platform. Everybody right now kind of has that new car smell type feel. They want this to be a fresh start, new profile, new timeline. You can maybe choose your friends and people you follow all over again. I understand everybody is thinking like this will come with a clean slate. I really don't know how it's going to go. And I'm only joining to experiment, feel it out, give it the old college try. But what an unreal time to debut for this platform. And everything that Twitter has become in recent days with the rate limit exceeded thing, in recent weeks with a lot of controversy over verification and Twitter Blue and what to pay for and what to not pay for. And even over years with their algorithm, what they push in front of people, and how really every time you go on Twitter, you feel worse when you close the app than you did when you opened the app. And some of it is harsh realities of life. I mean, a lot of people get or got their news from Twitter, more so than the actual traditional news sources. Twitter and the search page and the For You stuff, it wanted to shove a lot of things in front of people that either confirmed what they were believing in or things that they absolutely are enraged by, whatever it takes to get people to keep coming back. It seems like that is what Twitter has been doing. But just going back to the unreal timing here, for Threads to debut like this on the heels of a lot of people over and over kind of fed up with the direction of Twitter and the continuous trend of Twitter, trend, get it? The way things are going on Twitter, it's leading a lot of people to instantly and easily signing up for Threads. And it's also interesting because it's so easy to be on Threads. You take your Instagram account, copies over everybody you already follow, your bio. This is going to grow exponentially faster than any other social platform because it's leaning on what already exists with Instagram. That being said, it still does feel a little bit primitive. Now, I've been on it precisely one day for not even an hour, but I've kind of scanned it and it feels a little bit clunky here and there. I'm not used to the navigation yet. I would say a couple things it's instantly missing, like hashtags, but maybe that's on purpose, that they don't want that as part of the experience. It's also obviously missing a direct messaging feature, which again, may be something they implement down the road. And right now, the ability to look at other threads, you have to look at what everybody is threading. Am I saying all this right? Yeah, I'm just kind of doing this for the first time out loud. You don't have the ability to sort it down to the people that you follow only and check out their threads. Man, I want to keep saying tweets, but I'm not. So none of those things exist. Yeah, it does feel like a version 1, but that is exactly what it is. I mean, let's go back to the first iterations of Twitter. Yeah, pretty crazy if you could go back and look at that versus what people are used to today. So again, Threads is kind of up against it in a sense that people are so evolved on other platforms. Threads will eventually get there, but for right now, it does feel a little bit primitive. Maybe this whole thing is about a different experience and maybe a different purpose. Maybe Threads is not all about news exploration. Maybe it's not all about divisiveness, but how can you prevent it from being that? People are going to post the things they want. I guess it's the algorithm that lets you see what you're going to see. How does this not become a platform of ridiculous back and forth and unnecessary controversy? How exactly can it stay away from that? I'm not sure. Even Instagram, to a large degree, has its issues. I would say nothing like what Twitter does. So maybe the people at Meta know what they're doing. And maybe they'll be able to craft and tailor threads Tailor Threads. Okay, I'm not even trying here. Maybe they'll try and steer this app and this platform in a similar direction as Instagram, and maybe it'll have success that way. Maybe behind the scenes, there's a lot under the hood that we know nothing about, but this, to me, it has to have a different experience and purpose. If you're just starting the same thing from scratch all over again and anticipating a different result with a lot of the same people using it, you're not going to get it. It's got to be different, I think, to survive and thrive. And so, yeah, sure, I'll put my handle up there and just closing thoughts and comments and say I'm interested. And I'm not necessarily going to quit Twitter like right away. I'm not going to delete my account. I don't think anybody should necessarily do that, especially if you're in the field I'm in of broadcasting and, front facing and all that stuff. I'm not going to give up 12 or 13, how many years has it been? Almost 14 years? Wait, 2009? 14 years of Twitter? Oh my goodness. I'm not just going to quit that overnight. But I will say that if Threads turns out to be more up my alley, and even if it's a lesser audience, a smaller audience for now until it grows back to what Twitter is, I'm fine with that. Twitter has a lot going on that I'm just not a fan of. And I'll tell you, one of the big ones and one of the last ones here is just the lack of identity. They took away the check marks. I couldn't care less for what it means as a social status. But the fact that anybody out there could be me or you or impersonate anything they want without kind of being checked on it, like not blue checked, but, literally checked on it, I choose my words carefully. I want to be on a platform and in a place where I know my words are protected because if I say them, it's only me saying them and I'm not getting imitated by somebody else. Now, obviously, I've given somebody the idea that there'll be even more fake me accounts out there on Twitter, but yeah, that's just one of the many reasons why Twitter to me has become extremely fatiguing. Don't get me wrong. It has also been super important to our culture, to our society. But I feel like at some point the scales tipped. The negatives started outweighing the positives. It was back and forth for a long time. At first, there were way more positives, and all of a sudden the negatives started to catch up. And I think the scales ultimately tipped. So what timing? What an interesting scenario. Now you've got Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, and you've got a lot of controversy head to head. What's Twitter's response going to be to this? Are they just going to double down on what they're doing? And how fast can Threads, evolve and advance and develop? There's a lot that remains to be seen here, but you'll see me on Threads. I don't know what I'll do there or if I'll be any different on there. I'm just glad you're here on YouTube. And on that note, thumbs up on this video since you watched to the end. And don't forget, subscribe to this channel. To be quite honest, Threads or Twitter doesn't really matter. I'm working hardest on this platform, YouTube, this channel. This is where I want to put the most important stuff. So make sure you subscribe and that I can see you next time.